So after Kawaki stomped the last 2 brain cells out of Konohamaru, they decide it's time to go back to the leaf, where Konohamaru very nervously starts putting the thorn bulb up to Moegi. He knows when she wake up, somebody go snitch about his almost ex Matsuri. The only girl he go have left at that point is Hanabi, but honestly, let's be serious. Anyway though, the bulb goes floating up and into the tree, making it start to steam and even open it up, sending her falling into the bum's hands, before eventually she wakes up, making Konohamaru immediately start squeezing the life out of her, trying to pack her right back up, even shedding tears while he does it. This is not the way you're supposed to blow her back out. And even though this is truly a heartwarming moment, I can't help but hate, because why couldn't it have been Sasuke, man? Why? I don't care about no dang Moegi, bro. If she ain't get turned into a tree, I probably would have forgot she existed anyway. Do y'all really think I finna care about Konohamaru's love life? No. But I guess luckily, we got Sasuke at home, as we see Boruto up here floating in the sky for absolutely no reason, just looking down with a nonchalant smirk. Bro swears he's me. As now we go to the hospital to find out Shinki done got saved too, thanks to that mollywhopping from Sarada, along with Gara too, who's still cooked though, doing a part 1 Kakashi cosplay, looking straight fraudulent. Before we see Sai tell Shikamaru that those boom, decrepit, useless elders are calling, meaning already we finna hear some BS. Like bro, why are they still alive, man? Actually, not just why, look at them! They look like they are one singular drop of hot sauce away from entering the fiery pits of HE double hockey sticks. Donzo been calling their names for years. They were supposed to have been down there with them. But fortunately, we don't gotta worry about them right now, because the next page is Moegi hearing that she's fine, as Sarada overhears and peeks around to see her arch nemesis, who apparently sensed her pulling up. That's gotta be real hatred right there. And look at Sarada's face too. She knows she a problem. But more importantly, we get to see Sakura Uchiha and I know you lonely right now, and I may not be the dad, but I can definitely be the dad that stepped up. Just let me know. But she tells Moegi that all she needs to do is get on the James Harden diet and she gon' be alright, since she built like Taylor Swift right now. Which for whatever reason causes her to thank Konohamaru, who literally didn't do anything but catch her out of the tree when she fell. But I guess, just another Uchiha not getting their credit. What could possibly go wrong? He even got the nerve to tell her to get well quickly. Why? What are you planning to do to her, Konohamaru? Let her take her time and rest up. And also, why does bro think he Canadian? And whole time, Sarada and Sumire are having an awkward off, just side-eyeing each other, trying to see who goes swing first. Before, of course, the little Uchiha musters up the courage to ask if Sumire's got a set. And very nervously, she says yeah. And so now we outside with them both staring nonchalantly into the distance, not even looking at nothing, just ducking eye contact. So much to the point that even though they facing the same direction, Ikimoto gotta turn the panels to make it look like they staring into each other's eyes. But look at Sumire still peeking. You can just feel the tension, can't you? Before she starts a small talk telling her good job on her mission, where Sarada proceeds to pretty much ghost her, hitting her with 3 straight one-word responses. Damn. Yeah, just go ahead and pack it up, gang. I know it's a couple of people out there going through this right now with that girl, and I'ma break it to you, buddy. It's over. And she knows it too. Got her looking down at her feet, something Dave Luntz cannot do. Before she tries to keep going, get it interrupted by Sarada, who calls her by her name, immediately giving her flashbacks. This is all the girl ever wanted, to be seen as more than just a class rep, but as a friend. Got her looking up like her whole world done changed. If this was my first chapter reading Boruto, I think they had crushes on each other. And speaking of crush, meanwhile, we see Ada here just watching it all go down. She must be bored out of her mind, because ain't no way there isn't something better to do. I know Tsunade gotta be out there doing something, so I know what I be doing. But now Sarada starts to apologize for being insensitive, making Sumire apologize too for being rude, even though in Sarada's words, what she said was true. And just look at her face. You already know we either finna get a trauma dump, flashback, self-realization yap, or something. As she then proceeds to tell us that back then, she didn't care about other girls maybe liking Boruto. And before Yodo, she hadn't really accepted that had changed. Because since that time Sumire asked her years ago, Sarada's found herself thinking about Boruto more and more. Even worrying about him. And eventually, as more than just teammates. And because of those thoughts, She even questioned if she had any right of still trying to be the Hokage. And Sumire already knows where this is going. Just look at the concern on her face. As Sarada says, she's finally accepted the truth. As she looks over with this look of pure betrayal, knowing what she's finna do. As she says, I also like Boruto. All while looking like she's just a chill girl. It ain't not one worry in this girl's face. I wouldn't be surprised if Sumire went over there and beat the brakes off of her right now. She knew that was her man. She been claimed him. And since Sarada about them are main characters, ain't no way they don't end up together. So unless somebody get packed up or Boruto wanna harem, her man is gone. And she has no words. Meanwhile, Ada over here in shock that Sarada has the gall to be so honest. She must have no thoughts of Sumire being a threat as they both look away in silence, realizing what this means. So to erase the tension, Sarada keeps yapping, saying that this is gonna make her stronger. All while Sumire is still speechless. She knows she finna be the one stuck with Metal Lee. I know she's sick. Before she said she knew about this the whole time. But also thanking her for being honest. Before saying she is not gonna hold back anymore. And Sarada pulls the Uno reverse card saying that she won't either. But all I'm hearing is that Boruto finna be living good. Two girls fighting for his love at the same time, like the man ain't have enough on his plate already. This might be enough to make him just give up now. But meanwhile, Ada's jealous since she didn't get to be there and witness this in first person. And I honestly don't know if this is proof they're not under omnipotence. I don't know if the ability has a loyalty clause or not, but either way, she asked to be connected to the sensory unit, while Sarada and Sumire go skipping away holding hands like everything's all fine and dandy, like they didn't just agree to be mortal enemies for the rest of their lives. But okay, I guess. And since Ikimoto's on a roll with his female characters, we might as well go to check on Hima, who internally is boxing with baby Kurama. And she getting her junk smacked too. This is not a fair fight. Girl went from losing to Chocho to fighting the Nine Tails. That's insane. I don't care how big he is, because it's really about the motion in the ocean. But after she gets cooked, Kurama says that what she doing right now is not it, and that she needs to focus more on her chakra control rather than just pure strength, making Hima respond in typical little girl fashion, causing Kurama to remind her she is not a regular ninja, and if anything, she's more similar to him and Juro, more so a tail beast than a human, which naturally gets her anxious, leading to Kurama to sum it up as her thinking of herself as chakra in human form, which is crazy because that can mean a lot of things, like possibly immortality. And of course, Hima doesn't understand. Bro just dropped possibly some of the most complex lore in the series on a 12-13-year-old with no other info before just deciding it's nap time, even kicking her out his crib too. That shit's rude. Ain't like she got parents she can go talk to now. But there is somebody out there. As from a distance, we see the young Lord himself posted up on the roof looking pissed too. But it was just to get the e-girls excited, because next panel, he's back to nice guy Boruto, before closing his eyes, going into his own mindscape, where we go in to see an empty busted tree, and even in the distance, the demon of the Lord, MOMOSHIKI himself, posted up chilling, before asking Boruto what possibly could have happened to make Boruto come to him. To which of course he doesn't answer, as Momo expresses how sad he is that Boruto has continued to live for oh so long, saying he should have let bro stay in the hill when Kawaki packed him up back in the day. Before he says that since he can no longer reincarnate nor take over Boruto's mind, all he wants to do is be free from here, which will only happen if Boruto joins Jiraiya. And so now Boruto lets him know he's here to ask him something, if he can lend him a hand. To which Momo tells that thought to be gone, making Boruto tell him that he will be compensated. And since it ain't no strip clubs or McDonald's in there, there's only one thing he knows Momo could want, as he tells him that if they can take down Juro, he'll give him his body and everything that he wants. And man, oh man, I'm probably wrong again, but this feels like they could be setting up that intro. Momo beats Juro, making Boruto say this is the only possible outcome. Kawaki is straight bloodthirsty since he said he'd pack up Boruto if he ever transformed again. But he just responds with an intrigued side eye, as the last page shows us Sarada and Sumire just gossiping about Boruto, having no clue about their feelings. And honestly, I don't know why the hell this page is here. I genuinely don't care either after hearing the convo between Boruto and Momo, which lets me know Ikimoto probably just dropped some kind of crazy Easter egg and I'ma probably look stupid in a couple chapters. But regardless, like always, banger.